Welcome, comrades. You're looking at the greatest Soviet bloc weapon. You must own this gun to be awesome. M4s are crap. I don't know why you guys keep buying it. Alright, you ARES operators, enough fun. No, it's not a Russian weapon. Everyone knows what the VZ.58 is. It's a Chet's weapon. And definitely it's... Don't, whatever you do, don't call it with those two letters that start with an A and the last name with a K. Anybody in the real steel world knows what it is. On Airsoft, this is the first time we've probably seen it in the AEG format. I believe this is ARES' first attempt in assault rifles to go into a different platform than M4. I was going to say those two-letter words. But I could see that ARES did a pretty good job with this gun for the very first attempt. It's definitely full metal. It's definitely not a T75, 270-75 aluminum body, but it's definitely a thin sheet metal, not too thin, but good enough to be rugged. Definitely a little, much tougher than the nylon polymer M4s you usually get. But the front grip and the lower grip is nylon fiber, and it is just as strong as the MOBA series, so not going to break on you. It's good enough for rugged duty. I guess to start, I'll start with the things that I like about the gun. It's, like I said, full metal, weighs just a hair a little bit over 6 pounds. I'm primarily a CQB player, so 6 pounds is really actually a lot for me for an airsoft gun playing in tight CQB environments. But with this gun, it actually feels pretty balanced, actually. Definitely with the stock folded, it's actually pretty easy to maneuver around corners, and you don't feel like that whole 6 pounds is weighing you down. Let me see, I'm gonna chrono it soon, so pretty sure it's CQB levels. Probably shoots around 330 or something like that. I already test tried it, bought it at e-bike, so it felt like it wasn't outputting 380, but more like the low 300s somewhere. Definitely in the CQB range, and definitely this is the VZ.58 compact, so it's definitely geared for the CQB player. In my opinion, I think it is a CQB gun, but it tries to be in between. When I say that, it's a little bit tough probably to move it around the really tight CQB environment because of its weight, but it's not overly punishing that it really penalizes you a lot, but you could feel the difference. And because it has a 200 millimeter inner barrel, it kind of gives it the ideal situation that you could play CQB fields that's a lot more open. So it's kind of like what I call the in-between gun. It's not really too great for tight corners. It's not extremely, obviously it's not going to be a field gun, but it's kind of more like a field CQB type gun. Everything, as you've heard, it is definitely a proprietary gun. Everything about this thing is pretty much proprietary. Maybe except, a few upgrade parts and some parts of the EFCS unit. I only broken apart a little bit of it. I'll show you more in details what I like and dislike, but let me get a closer shot and show you what I like. All right, so for testing, we'll be using the KWA 20-gram BBs. Don't mind the battery, I haven't rewired rewired it yet, but I'll use what works right now. Shoots 326, 325, 326.5, 330.1, 329.4. So pretty good. Deviation of only roughly 5 FPS. Let's see how well it does with this battery, or how fast it shoots with full auto. Shoots 12.34 rounds per second at 325.8 FPS. So pretty consistent. It's a GMP 7.4 volt. It's a 1,200 milliamp 30C battery. Its dimensions is about 170 by 15 by 10. So it's a pretty small battery in my lineup. So it will fit. You just have to work on the connectors a little bit. So obviously, soldering, you could get it to work. I have, like I said, I have two Red Wolf Airsoft batteries coming. So I'll see if they work or not, but that's for a later video. All right, so we'll show you just the response of the triggers, or the trigger with the 7.4. You can see the EFCS unit is very smooth as usual. This one doesn't feel so strange, so I figure it's about, you're probably using an M110 or less spring. So it feels pretty nice.